just gonna say it. The developers really need to inform us about the new character, preferably days before the update, rather than, you know, we've got like 2 days left and then the update drops with the new character. I would much rather get the official information maybe like a week before, 5 days, somewhere around there, so it gives us, the players, time to kind of dissect the character and really focus on what we need for her. But as it goes, we'll do with what we can with the information that we know, and we will prepare that way. To be fair, she does give me vibes of Lim on how of a ranger breaker he is, of course. Just want to quickly double check something. Does he have heavy break? Okay, I think SOOHYUN also has heavy break. So I'll put the gameplay up right now so you guys can see. Now, I didn't notice this until now, but the gameplay itself actually shows her doing break damage. So, yeah, I just didn't see it. I don't know what more to say. But you can see that when she is targeting the boss enemy, the boss does actually have a shield. And there's a specific skill that she does where she kind of jumps up, does a bit of a backflip to do a shot. That takes away a ton of breakage, and doing the testing with Lim for his heavy break, it's the same amount. So it's safe to say that one of her basic skill is going to be having break damage, of course. And then for the most part, again, with the breakage power of it being a weak break, seeing how much damage that does, for the most part that's how much her skill has been doing throughout with her doing her shots. So it seems that she's going to be having a very similar build in terms of weak breakage all around her kit, except with one of the skills where it's a bit of a charge up. Well, I wouldn't say it's a bit of a charge up shot, but it takes a minute or so, or not a minute, but like it takes a couple of seconds for her to kind of prepare to then fully fire the shot off, which leads into what looks typically a heavy break. So that's kind of like the breakage on what we're looking at. Again, if they choose to change her and make it so that she's doing, I don't know, like medium breakage across the board to then heavy break, that would be freaking insane. But I think for the most part they're going to be keeping it as is, because she is a ranged character, and so I don't expect her to hurt that. I don't expect the developers to give us that much of a lean way of making her that good of a breaker. So now, in terms of the character herself, obviously going over the kit, just kind of re-looking at things, because obviously knowing that she's a ranged attacker, she's a breaker, what stats are we catering to? You know, I'm trying to get the full picture here. So obviously defense pen, that's pretty much one of the big seller, or one of the big sell factor with throughout her kit. Of course, it's something that we need to kind of cater to. What is this? Hitting a target outside of range with the skill of Deathfire resets the cooldown. When hitting a target with Deathfire, core attack is activated, and for a certain amount of seconds, core attack damage increased by a certain %. So once again, that's now in correlation between Mei Lin as well as Tusk. So we can kind of throw that in there. That would be actually pretty nice. Mei Lin supporting SOOHYUN along with Alicia. Bit of fire water mixed. That could be a thing. Just reading that off. But anyway, furthermore, so clearly defense pen is going to be the clear winner here on one of the stats we want to kind of cater to. And then just so on passive 5 she gets the damage increase, element damage, so you can stun. Let's have a look. Applying spotlight effect increases the damage, so she's got drones helping her out. I think for the most part it is going to be attack, defense penetration, and damage increase. I think those are going to be the 3 key substats on, and main stats, of course, that we need to focus on and cater to. So effectively, this is kind of what we're looking at. Just pretend Lim is SOOHYUN, of course, because I mean them two are technically working in the same manner, of course. Now it's going to be kind of questionable on Emma because, oh wait, oh perfect, okay, so I don't have the full set on right now. So obviously I've got the curse set on Choi, which is a perfect set if you want to put onto him. I'm just going about doing it in terms of getting more stats out of it, and obviously him getting that increased damage of 50%, can't go wrong with that. I think with Emma, because the thing about with SOOHYUN is I don't want to build her in a supportive way, because if I'm catering to making her a sub DPS breaker, I'm going to furthermore cater to that. And so through that, I think with Emma, she will fall in line with... I mean, here's the thing. If we need to get that breakage power, we've got our choices of going with solid analysis. But I think what I'm starting to do is I'm working on a Burning Blessing offensive set. The game is actually handing me, look at that, attack, defense, penetration. Like, I'm not joking when I say this, but like, my luck on getting offensive stats on a support set, it's ridiculous. So like, yeah, I think for Emma, this will help out beautifully when it comes to providing furthermore increased damage dealt, along with her mission, right, to get the increased attack as well as defense penetration increase, and then provide healing. So if I need to further support the team, then I'm literally going to be keeping the Burning Blessing set key for her. If I need more breakage support, then I'll throw in the solid analysis. That's kind of what I'm working with, and then through the solid analysis, I'll also apply this skill so we can furthermore buff up her skills, because that's kind of what we're using her for. So with SOOHYUN, I'm not going to cater too much to the crit side of it, although she does crit, so if you do choose to give her a little bit of crit, that's completely fine. But just for the team, you know, for the team to work as a unit, of course. Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, if you want to apply the Burning Greed set, you could. I think it might be wise. I mean, yeah, you could stick it onto Emma. So that, because I mean, if you want to use Emma as that full-on support, then yeah, you can further put that on. So solid analysis and then Burning Greed. So you've got that breakage support along with pushing more for the crits for SOOHYUN, of course. If that's something that you want to cater to, there you go. I mean, technically speaking, we're all working on the new kit, and I do have a decent kit for the Burning Greed set for the offensiveness. So technically speaking, you know, there's that. But with SOOHYUN, I've already kind of worked on how I'm going to go about using her. So obviously she's going to be a breaker, she's going to be a ranged breaker, so obviously to have a solid analysis set for her, I'm catering to her being full on offensive. So I got lucky, damage increase, defense pen, main stat attack, perfect. And then the additional 2 stats, they're not bad. Unfortunately, they got +1s, but it is what it is. It works for now, we can cater to it. So yeah, I've got like full on offensive sets, and then of course, like I said, crit damage, you can kind of cater to that, of course. So I'm kind of prepared for her on the solid analysis when I need more breakage. But to be fair, I think what because with the main stat, that's really only for breakage coverage. But if I'm really catering to damage, I think what I will probably go for, because it might be the armed set. It might be the armed set. I think that is going to be like the default set that I would personally suggest, purely because, I mean, when attacking the user, it ignores 50% of the target's defense. So, and again, keep in mind with how SOOHYUN has been designed, she's a defense penetration character. So I think by default, the armed set is going to be the preferred set for her, and then through that being her main set, in terms of the accessories, I think we're either going to be in line in it with the Executioner set, because keep in mind she's got range, so of course the enemy's HP is going to drop below 70%. That, or the Concentration of Firepower. I think those are going to be the 2 sets that we can utilize and cater to, linking it with the armed set. So this will be kind of default. And then if we need breakage power, have a solid analysis set at the ready. So I've already got a solid analysis set. I'm working, well, I need to work on an armed set. I just, yeah, I think I need to get, actually no, I've got an armed set. I actually have a, wait, hold on a minute. Let me just double check something. Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot I had this. Yeah, woo. So armed set, I'm ready. So there's that. That is in that, bro. Finally, I get to use this on someone and came to the crits, because why not? So what I would suggest is set aside the gears that are going to be perfect for her, I'd say. And then once we get full confirmation on her kit, then you can fully commit to using your resources to level up the kit itself. So just move it to one side, and then when you, well, if you choose to go, well, if first of all, if you choose to actually pull for the character, then yeah, you've got kits set aside for her. But yeah, that's pretty much my opinion. But again, this is a pre-build. We'll see what the official character is looking like, and then we'll redo the video if we. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, I'll redo the build video if need be, and then yeah. But for right now, I feel like I'm prepared. I feel like I am prepared.